Good morning, friends. This morning elaboration is meant for everybody, particularly the grown-ups who actually ignore the order in life and create themselves horrible, dangerous situation, leading them to some kind of peril or danger. So what I'm going to talk about is the importance of order and limits in life, self control and self discipline. See, generally, what happens, the choices that we make in our lives on daily basis, wearing a silk or lifting some weights correctly, purposely, staying out of the dangerous situation, can either ensure our safety or bring about potentially harmful circumstances. The day-to-day choices that we are making nowadays, what is happening, that you just imagine, as a grown-up, particularly the college going students, the school going children, and particularly the parents of the children, they make a choices on the daily basis in their life, and they, keep on doing their work so much, hectically, so much engaged way, that they don't have time to even think their lives to be in order. They do not understand the need and urgency of self discipline and self control. Sometimes they suppose that they are exercising self control and self discipline by keeping themselves away from overstressed way of life, but they often fall into the hectic situation, disobeying the law of nature, and thereby endangering their lives. So what I'm talking about, that the modern man, particularly the men living in urban life, or living in urban cities, they are mostly engaged in chaotic situation. Their life is full of chaos and disorder. They are never understanding, they never realize the limitation, the potential limitation of their own. They keep on doing things, ignoring their health, ignoring their lifestyle, ignoring their essential, gap between their life and their family alliance. They keep on doing the work and thinking themselves that they are potentially strong and they can do anything of their choice, but they are always mistaken, because what they realize actually, that they have been doing it successfully, some way or the other they are buying a stress in their life. We should learn a lesson from even the highways. You see, the highways have a margin. These margin that have been provided on the highways are for the safety of our life, that if we go over the margin and cross the one side, we will fall into the ditch, and if we cross over one margin and go into the middle of the path, we get ourselves killed. So in both the ways our life gets endangered, and that is why the margin on the highway makes us, or teaches us a lesson, that we are not going to cross that margin in any condition. Even if we cross the margin into one side, we are likely to fall into a ditch, and if we are going to cross the margin and come into the middle of the path, we will be just in accidents. So in both the ways, the margin on the highways makes us understand the importance of limit. In the similar manner, the modern man must realize the limit. There is a limit of everything. We must understand that we have to exercise self control and self discipline in order to keep ourselves overstressed, because once we are overstressed, we are buying diseases, and once our life is full of diseases and hazards, we are never going to enjoy life. So if we really want to enjoy the essence of life, we have to keep a balance between our work and our limitations, that we must realize that there is a limit beyond which we cannot work. If we go on working beyond the limit, a time will come that our body will itself reply in no, and will say that it is now enough. Therefore life in order, life in system, life in self-control, life in self-discipline can make us sustain the hurdles and sustain the odd situation that are bound to come in our life. Therefore, it is my sincere advice to all of my fellow brothers that we should always try to understand and realize the limitations one has. One individual cannot be as strong as the other individual. Every human being is having his potential according to his ability, and then once he should realize his ability and work according to that, keeping a space between work and relaxation, keeping a space between work and limitations, he will really enjoy life to the fullest. Otherwise, he will always be seeking the door of the doctors for getting prescribed pills and nutrients for supplement, and that will never last long, because a life dependable on medicines and pills cannot really make you survive longer. Therefore, my friends, it is a wise advice to go on limitations, keep on in life in order, and always follow self discipline and self control, because only then you can really enjoy the essence of life. Make certain that when you have time enough to relax, it will give you energy and vitality to restart your work and go to your office with a fresh mind and with a energized stamina, because it is essential and indispensable for every human being to understand one's limitations and control on burdened life. Because once you are choosing an overburdened, overstressed life, you are not only endangering your own life, you are also endangering your family members, your relatives, your friends, and you are making them also equally worried. Therefore, friends, choose to live a life under limits and self-control and self-discipline. You can really bask in the glory of sunshine, and you will make your life worthy. Thank you. Have a bright morning ahead, friends.